Hey guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I want to talk about the migrants. Okay? Now, the migrants is being detained in different states. I know Jersey, New York. I don't know what the hell is going on. They saying that they have the migrants sleeping on the floor, and I don't know why they just don't, you know, have the migrants there. If they're going to take them to, you know, the bus and then to the plane and send them back wherever they come from or whatever like that. But my thing is this here. They complaining that they're sleeping on the floor. Let me just say this here. When I had went to the shelter, this was years ago, we had went to EAU. And if it was full, we had to lay on the floor. We had to sit on the floor. Like, I don't understand why the migrants is complaining about, the situation. Like, we got to sit on the floor. That's humane. Like, hello. When I went to the shelter, yes, my ass had to lay on the floor. Like, for real. Because there was too many people that was in there. And that's the way EAU is. So, like I said, I don't understand why they're complaining, when when you came over here that it was illegal from the jump. Like, you understand what I'm saying to you? Nothing was promised to anybody. Nothing was promised to anybody. Nobody. So I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was here, they was getting money. They was getting money from the city. I'm talking about New York. New York was giving them all that. When I say money, they was giving them good money. They was giving them help. They was giving them shelter. They was giving them food stamps. They was just giving them a lot. You feel me? They was giving them e-bikes. They was giving them scooters. They was giving them phones. They was giving them everything. Everything. Yes, everything. So now we have where they're being held at a facility, which I'm gonna be real with you. I having a bad hair day, y'all. This is just a mess. Y'all know it's hot outside. I having a bad hair day, but I don't agree with them holding them in the facility that they're in. I feel like if you're going to hold them and you want them to go back to their origin, whatever they came from, you need to get a bus and put them on a plane. These ICE take them and put them on the plane and let them go where they go. I just don't feel like, they should be in some type of facility like it's a concentration camp or anything like that. I don't believe in that. Like what we doing right now. Like New York don't usually get down like that. You know what I'm saying to you? I just don't agree with that at all. I just feel like if you're gonna take them back, you take them back. But for holding them in a facility like it is a concentration camp, that's not cool. Like, that's not cool. That's not what we doing here. New York don't usually get down like that at all. So I don't agree with that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. And there's a lot of migrants like where I live at, and they work for cleaning up, for anybody. Like they be here somewhere, and it be a lot. And they do get hired to clean up, just for that day, like for 2 days, straight, and they're scared that, that they're going to swipe them up. Like they're going to, I'm telling you right now, they're comfortable right now. Like they're not messing with them right now, but they're already here because they already went to McCarran Park. They already went to McCarran Park. Like it's a lot of nannies there. There's a lot of nannies, yes, in McCarran Park, and it's a lot of women over there too that they hire to clean up, and they're not playing. They're snatching them up on the street, like they just walking, and they're snatching them up, So I understand that they are very, very afraid, But to me, if it's coming, you know what I'm saying? If you have any children, to me, I'm just saying me myself, if you come from another country and you do have children in school or at a daycare or something like that there, I think it's not wise, because I think either you just turn yourself over. If you didn't go, if you're not going through the process, do not let them just snatch you up like that. That's crazy, because if you have children, you might get separated from your kids. You understand what I'm saying to you? So don't put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to happen. I do not want, like, I mean, I know I've been hard on the migrants and stuff like that there, but this is, I'm not heartless, and I'm a mom. I'm a mom before anything, and I'm a woman. And I'm just saying, if you have children, do not leave your kids, because you really don't know if you're gonna come back, like, for real, because they out here hard. They don't care what nobody's saying, even if people out here fighting for you to stay here. You understand? If they're fighting for you to stay here, they ain't got no win, because they don't care. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Like, either you just, if you're not going through the process, you understand? And another thing, even if you're going through the process, they still swiping you up. You understand? But I don't agree with them, like, swiping people up that been here for 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. Like, get the hell out of here. If they got a whole establishment, you know what I'm saying, got a business going on, got their family going on, done bought a house in the whole nine, they invested. And they already invested here. I don't think that's fair to do. I think they're reaching. I think they're acting. I don't understand. The United States usually don't act like this. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they need to get it right. You understand? And I don't know what we're doing right now to make them feel like, they're put away in a concentration camp. That's not right. That is not right at all. If you're going to do what you're going to do what you're going to do. You the same way they came here. This can't say they don't have no buses, because there was mere buses dropping them off here. We have plenty of buses, okay? So we get the bus. We put them on the bus. If you don't want them here, let them go and get on the plane. Let ICE take them to the plane. Walk them on there. Whatever they got to do. And send them to their origin, because it's not right. Because we don't usually do that here. We're not doing that here. I don't know what we're doing right now, and making it feel like it's a concentration camp or something like that. That's not cool, like, at all, like, for real. You understand what I'm saying? Because, see, the Jews already been through that, and blacks, we already been through that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I'm coming to the defense, because usually I wouldn't. But I'm coming to the defense because of the way that they're locking them up. You understand? But I don't think they need to be complaining about, sleeping on the floor or whatever like that, because it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse. Like I said, when I was in the shelter, my ass had to sit on the floor, like, for real. And when they sent us to shelters, they didn't send us to no shelters. The way they put y'all in shelters, these nice ass shelters, they put you in these luxury shelters. Oh no, they sent our ass to a shelter where rats was jumping out the walls. Feel me? From the ceiling, jumping on our kids. You feel me? Niggas was coming right back. Ninjas was coming right back to the shelter, because they had to get the hell out that to the EAU, because they had to get out of that nasty behind hotel. Like, for real, this is where they were sending us at. Y'all never even touched ground of that. Y'all went straight to a whole luxury hotel. That's why when you came here, y'all took advantage of this here stuff. I'm not saying all, but a lot of y'all took advantage of this here. Y'all went on TikTok laughing. Y'all was like saying some real racist behind stuff. Y'all did. Yes, y'all did. Y'all was like, yo, y'all blacks don't want to work. Puerto Ricans don't want to work. So we're going to take your jobs. No, buddy. Okay? That's not going to fly, because guess what? Look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. They snatching you up. They don't care. They don't care. You're leaving. You're leaving. They don't care what job. Let me tell you something. United States, we're going to use you to build whatever you need to build, and they're going to try to build it really quick. Like, for real. And it's all migrants. They're trying to build it real quick, and what they're going to do is snatch you up. They're going to snatch you up. They could actually go to work sites and just round y'all all up just like that. I'm telling you, it's coming. They're doing it. But my thing is, I don't like the way that they feeling like they're in a concentration camp, because you're not. You're not. You're not in a concentration camp, because we don't do that, and that we should make you feel like you're in a concentration camp. But this here, you laying on the floor and all this stuff here, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really don't care anymore. Like, you know why? Because they gave you everything. You understand? And some of the migrants made it bad for others. Let me just say that. A lot of migrants made it bad for the other migrants that was here for the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? So you the ones that was here to make a better life for themselves, a lot made it so bad. You understand? It was more bad. Every time we turned around, it was so much that we seen on TV. You understand? Being robberies, rapes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to use that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You know, the R word. You know what I'm saying? So, and it just didn't happen in New York. It happened all around United States that they was behaving badly. So they made it bad for a lot of migrants that came here with good intentions. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I just don't agree with, you know, that they're feeling like they in a concentration camp. And I don't agree with that. I think that they need to just, if they're going to take you and put you in some type of facility like that, what do they plan on doing? Is they gonna get a bus, take you, and let you go back to your country? But holding you there, I'm not with that. You know, if you didn't do a crime, you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, I think they should just get, like I said, the bus and take you to the plane, you know, and put you on there, let y'all go back to where you come from. But, you know, the way they doing it now, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with, you know, I don't know what type of facility that is, but I don't know if they're hurting them there or whatever, because they all trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to escape from these facilities, you know. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You would have to do that if they would have came here with good intentions. You understand? A lot of them did not. A lot of them did not. I'm telling you, you made it so bad. So now they're targeting every. Listen, I ain't even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Like, me myself, you know, it's everywhere I go. You know, yo, I ain't even gonna front. You know, like, I be like, they're not messing with me, because I'm not, you know, a lot of people think that I'm Spanish. If not Spanish, Latin. I even went on TikTok and they was like, she got a lot of nerve to be talking to her ass Latin too. No, I'm not Latin. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. I have no Latin inside of my body. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I can pick my ass up and take me. You know what I'm saying? And I could be crying like a little... I could be crying like crazy, be like, yo, what you doing right now? Like, nah, bro, like, here go my ID, you know? They ain't trying to hear that. You feel me? Like, they be like, we gonna take you, where we gonna take you, and you work that out there. Like, for real. Like, I be nervous. I'm serious, y'all. I be nervous. Because I be like, oh my God, man, people think that, you know, I'm Latin. A lot of people think that. I mean, everywhere I go, it doesn't matter where I go at. They think I'm Latin, but I'm not. But anyway, getting back to this here. Like I said, it's a lot of females, you know, ladies, young ladies, that's, you know, working to feed their kids or whatever. And it's really tricky because, I mean, I wouldn't want them to pick you up and your kid is in daycare. You know what I'm saying? Or at a summer, you know, program, and and this kid is waiting on you. That's heartbreaking right there. So let me just say this here. You need to, this is for, now I'm being serious, y'all, like, for real. Like, if you in that situation, you know, please put something inside your children's clothes. You understand? Tape it in, write it in, pin it in, do something so they'll know who the parent is, so they can get the kid back to whoever they, you know, they belong to. Because we don't want, you know, no kid to be out here without their parent, you know, their mom, you know what I'm saying, or their dad. We don't want that, because that hurts. That really hurts. I know it hurts. You understand? So my suggestion is that you always keep something. I feel like you should keep it every day in their clothing, not in a book bag, because that can get lost. You understand what I'm saying? So you put it in their clothing. You put something, you pin that to their clothing at all times. You understand? So that, you know, if you was to get picked up, they know who your child is. You know, you let them know who your child is, where your child is at, because they not, ICE is not trying to do all that. They just trying to snatch people up and just put them in there. You feel what I'm saying? So you're gonna go crazy, you know, when they pick you up. You know, crying ain't gonna help you, and you know, it's just not that easy. I'm just saying. And that's not what we do here in New York. You know what I'm saying? New York is not about, you know, putting y'all in the, we don't do that. You know, that facility type shit. I don't know what they calling that, but I don't want nobody to feel like you in no concentration camp and nothing like that, because no one should feel that way. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't about that. You know, no one knows New York for that. No one knows, you know, New Jersey for that. You know what I'm saying? No one knows them for that. That's why they running. They getting out. They scared. Like, they scared. Like, they trying to escape. And I'm not mad at them to try to escape, but I don't want the ones that did a crime. I feel like if you did if a migrant, or if a migrant did a crime, like a serious crime or whatever like that there, and you holding them there in this facility and they escaping, I just think that's stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like whatever they plan on doing, like if they feel like you're gonna go back to, they're gonna send you back to your country, just do that. To hold you there and just to be holding you. I mean, evidently, you know, I don't know if you did a crime. Evidently, they ain't do no crime. You know what I'm saying? They did a crime by crossing. You know that from the beginning. It wasn't legal, so that is a crime. I want y'all to know that. Okay? Get that through your head. I want migrants to understand, when you crossed illegally, that is a crime. You understand? So that's the first thing. So you can't say, well, I'm living here. I didn't do it. You did a crime when you crossed. Like, you did. But if you already took the steps to try to, you know, stay here in the country, you know, it's cool. But if you keep ducking and dodging, it's going to get worse. You already know. It's going to get worse. And I really say, you know, I wish that, you know, that I can actually, like, I can't speak Spanish. No. I can't speak Spanish. None of that. So I really would like, because I see them every day. I know where they're at. And I would like to let them know, like, please, if you have any children, please make sure that you put some type of information, so if this happened to you, because it's going to happen, they're here, they're in this area. I'm not going to say the name, but they're in this area and they are on the hunt. My guy, my gal, they're not playing no games, and I don't want that to happen to you. I know the ones over here, they just trying to make some money and they trying to feed their family. I know that. You understand? But it's very few here. When I say it was so many here, you was falling over on them. It was just horrible. You understand? So you see what happened when the guy, you know, jumped off the scooter the other day and tried to rob the agent. You know what I'm saying? And then his boy brought him on a scooter and dropped him in the hospital. Like, you said, you understand what I'm saying? Like you're here and you want to still do crimes. You know what I'm saying? You still want to do crimes. So that's every time one of the migrants do something crazy like that, that makes them even want to go harder on you. You feel what I'm saying? It really does. It makes them want to go harder on you. Like, what the hell is this? You think they playing with you? They not playing. Like, for real. They're not playing. You can sit here and play that mouse and cat game if you want to. You could play that cat and mouse game. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to lose all the time. These here robberies you do, you may get over on. But, baby, when they catch you, you're gonna be crying just like the rest of them crying right now. Why we sleeping on the floor? Please, we ain't trying to hear none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, when I went to the, it's called EAU, okay, something that the migrants did not have to go through. We had to sleep on the floor. Feel me? They sent us to raggedy hotels, rat infested. My God, roach and rat infested. Thank God I ain't go to one like that, because I went straight to the guy, like straight up. I was like, bro, I ain't trying to be funny enough, but I don't know if I could take it, because that was the first time for me. I mean, I had to go because of a situation. So I'm not gonna lie, I stepped the hell up and went to the window, and I was like, bro, like, please, bro, if you send me to a hotel, please don't send me to no rat. I can't. I'm scared of bugs, mice, and everything. Like, I was being honest with dude, like, for real. And he was like, "You the first person ever did that." And I went to a brand new shelter. It was nice. It was nice, and I only stayed in there for like 2 months, and I got my apartment. But what I'm saying is, we didn't have that luxury. They didn't send us to no the Row Hotel, you know, or Roosevelt. You understand what I'm saying to you? Oh, hell no. They would not ever do that for us. I'm telling you right now, that had never happened. Never. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you were there, y'all should have made the best of everything that was given to you. Because this have never happened to people that live in New York. Like, for real. This have never happened. We have never been to no Row Hotel. We never been to no damn Roosevelt Hotel. All those good hotels y'all was at. Please. Yes. But you was complaining. You was taking advantage. Not everybody. Some people went on TikTok. Yo, I'm getting paid from the city. This is how much money I'm getting. Did it. Going shopping, buying beers. Not the whole shopping cart is full of beers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, you think people ain't watching you? Oh, yes, we are. That's what I'm saying. Some people made it bad for others with good intentions. You feel me? But just know, there's a facility out here that's ready for you. And you don't know when they're going to strike. They have informers that strike. I don't know how they go, but they're striking. And I don't really feel bad. I hate to say this here. Like, I see the men, you know what I'm saying, at the facility, and they're laying on like some silver. They usually give you that silver to keep you warm. They didn't do that for us when I went to EAU. I had a pillow, and I had to sleep on the floor with my son. Yeah. So, you still complaining. You see what I'm saying? You're still complaining. I'm trying to set it for you. Like, this is what we do. When they do this for us, we ain't bro. That place look clean as hell. Like, for real. You ain't been to the EAU. Y'all didn't go. Y'all did not. Y'all went. Y'all did the left. Okay. Y'all went left. Okay. Y'all did the detour. Y'all went around. We ain't had no detour. We didn't have that. We didn't have no detour. We went straight to EAU. Straight there. And then they hopped us here and here and here and here. Like we was baggage. They didn't do that to y'all. They didn't do that. Y'all was crying about the food. That's not what we eat. But that's the part that we could not understand. That's not what you eat. But you know you left your country, right? This is what we eat. This is what we eat. Complaining. You didn't understand how good you had it. If you would have stopped complaining and focused on doing whatever you was going to do here, things would have been better. Not just New York, not Jersey, just a lot of other states. You feel me? But that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. It was y'all doing the most. Y'all was doing the most. Not all of y'all, some of y'all. And right now, they still are doing crimes. You understand what I'm saying? But the other day, homeboy ran into the wrong person and got a couple of times. You see what I'm saying? People getting tired of it. Like, for real. They used to have a shelter over here where I'm at. Not too far where I'm at. And let me tell you, they had like 1,000 bikes. Thousands. It was, everybody was there. I swear to God. I was like, damn. Anybody there now? Not one person. Not one person. Nope. You see what I'm saying? They got rid of thousands of people that were staying there within a month. So I'm trying to let you know. And I'm really speaking to the moms, you know, because, you know, the females, a lot of the females out here, I see them, and they trying to make a living, you know what I'm saying? They trying to feed their children, you know what I'm saying? The kids is cute and shit, you know? They got their kids with them, you know what I'm saying? They trying to feed their kids, you know, because everything stopped. So, you know, like I said, I don't ever want that to happen for you, to, get separated from your child. Please put something in your child clothing. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Put something in your kid's clothes so they'll know where him or she belongs. You understand what I'm saying to you? And, I'm hoping that, you do the right thing and try to try to fill out those do your paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all got comfortable. Y'all was like, oh, it's too easy. And now, all hell broke loose. You feel me? This is the result. So, I'm just letting you know, what's the deal. And we are not holding no concentration camp here. I'm not agreeing with that because, that's not what we doing. And I know we ain't trying to do nothing like that. That's just messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're going to hold them and let them go back to their, origin, like I said. But holding them there, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Let them just go back to wherever they come from. Don't hold them there because it feels like, to me, a concentration camp, and I don't agree with that. Like, that's crazy right there. No, let them go. Like, what you doing right now? What are you doing? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's not a good thing. Like, for real. That is not a good thing at all. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. Thank y'all for being with me, y'all. My riders, y'all. Yes. Y'all, like I said, I just came on here not to bash anybody. I just came on here with information. Like, like I said, I'm looking out, I don't agree with, them keeping the people there in that facility. I don't agree with that. I feel like if you're going to take them, let them go to wherever, where you want them to go at. But holding them there and they feeling, like they're sleeping on the floor. And I'm not worried about that. Like I said, F that, because I slept on the damn floor. So shut the hell up about that. Like, see what I'm saying? You arguing about small stuff, like, because you sleeping on the floor. What you want? They're not giving you no bed because they don't want you comfortable anymore. You feel what I'm saying to you? They're not going to give it to you because when they did give it to you, everything just went to hell. So, bro, chill. Y'all chill with that. Stop saying that you sleeping on the floor, bro. I'm telling you, I went to the shelter. I slept on the floor with my son. So stop saying that. That's not your main concern right now. What you worried about that for? You better worry about where you going. That's what you better worry about, where you going. But anyway, like I said, like for the mothers that's working hard trying to feed their children and shit, make sure you put something inside your kids, inside your kids' clothes, because, it's not fair for them to be separated from you. You know what I'm saying? And they need to stop targeting the ones that been here over 20 years. Cut the bull. Like, stop. If they've been here over 20 years and they ain't did no crime, you know, no petty crime. Now I'm just saying no little petty crime, like whatever. They own the store, they got a house, and you ready to take that from them, like what they hard work that they did that. That right there, I do not agree with. Like, come on now. They're doing the most now. Because guess what? If we want to really say migrants, like if all migrants gotta go back, I ain't gonna say it, but y'all already know. Your wife need to be ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, to be fair. To be fair. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go, y'all. Stuff like, y'all, I'm gonna go. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Okay, just hit the button. Okay, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta go. All right, y'all. Peace.